Senate Bill 1385, a bill relating to underground utility facilities, Fairfax County.
Senator from Eastern Fairfax, Senator Surovell.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 1385 is a bill that basically clarifies some authority that we enacted in 2019, which gave the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors the authority to enact a local tax, or fee, whatever you want to call it, not to exceed $1 a month to pay for an underground utility project on one road in a very important district. And they've come back and asked if they could be authorized to spend the proceeds of that fee on other projects besides the one project in the very important district. And so this just clarifies that authority. It also places a cap on what they can charge on a commercial meter. The prior fee had no cap on commercial meters, and this puts a cap similar to the residential cap. That's basically what it does. There's a couple other little clarifications which are not really material, but it's not a big deal. I'd hope we could pass the bill.
Thank the senator. For what purposes does a senior senator from Virginia Beach, Senator D. Staff, rise?
Mr. President, will the gentleman from Eastern Fairfax County rise for a quick question?
Will Senator yield?
I'll yield.
Senator yield, you have the floor.
Mr. President, I asked the gentleman from Eastern Fairfax if the money that's being taxed to pay for the undergrounding of the utilities is going to be used for bus rapid transit, as it states in line 48, 49, 50, somewhere in that range.
Senator, the floor.
Mr. President, it doesn't state it will be used to pay for bus rapid transit, but what it states is that the monies have to first be prioritized on a road project that incorporates bus rapid transit. The idea in this project, by the way, the Commonwealth has now committed over $600 million to this improvement. There's about another $300 million and $400 million is going to come from the federal government, but it's going to have a lot of high density development, talking like 6 to 12 story condos. And so with those densities, you typically place utilities underground. And by having a separate fee, it allows them to use money instead of money that might otherwise be spent on schools. They could use this money to pay for those underground utilities, but it doesn't pay for bus rapid transit. It just pays for underground utilities on a project that has bus rapid transit.
Further question?
Mr. President, I'd like to speak to the bill for a second.
Senator's the floor.
Mr. President, as I read line 50 toward the end of the line, that line, it talks about the applicable taxes, and it says specifically there, the end of line 51, provide that initial proceeds of such levy shall be dedicated to a project incorporating bus rapid transit on a road in the national highway system serving a metro rail section, et cetera, et cetera. So, Mr. President, the reason I originally abstained on this, I believe it was because I hadn't had a chance to read the substitute that was provided in committee, and as I glanced through there, I understand the tax and clearly understand increasing taxes for undergrounding utilities, if that's what we're truly going to use it for. But when the bill actually talks about using the taxes that we've taxed for one thing and then putting it into bus rapid transit, I think that's a little disingenuous to the taxpayers, and believe if we were going to use money for bus rapid transit, then we probably should figure out a dedicated funding stream for that. So, Mr. President, that's why I'll be voting against this bill. Thank you.
Thank the senator. Do any senators other than the patron wish to be heard regarding Senate Bill 1385? Seeing none, Senator from Eastern Fairfax, Senator Surovell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would say, speaking to the bill.
Senator's the floor.
Thank you. And I would just say that the senior senator from Virginia Beach's concern is a little misplaced. The way the law currently stands, there's only one project this can be spent on, and that's the project that incorporates bus rapid transit. What this amendment does is says they can also spend it on other projects that don't have bus rapid transit in addition to that. So if he didn't like the existing policy, he shouldn't have voted for the bill back in 2019, which I'm pretty sure he did. But in any event, Mr. President, I would hope we could pass the bill.
Thank the senator. Question is, shall Senate Bill 1385 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote?
Senator Norman, how do you vote?
Senator Norman votes aye.
Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 33, noes 6.
Ayes 33, noes 6. Senate Bill 1385 passes.